Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium. This afternoon, we welcome the Cougars from Kempner High School, taking on your Eagles from Pasadena High School. Today's game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of today's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
Welcome to the Pasadena Independent School District and Veterans Memorial Stadium. I am Deanne Powell, the proud superintendent of the Pasadena Independent School District. And in Pasadena ISD, our players, coaches, and fans are committed to upholding the values of good sportsmanship and playing the Texas way.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with respect for others.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy.
I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with a control of self.
I will slow my anger down. I will act based on my standards.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the spirit of competition. I will prepare myself inside and out.
I will bounce back when I get knocked down.
I'll compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this.
Will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back.
It means cheering loudly. It doesn't mean yelling at the ref. It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
My actions are about more than just me.
It's about representing my school, my team, and my family.
It's about more than a scoreboard.
It's about using sports to become all that I can be and having fun while I'm doing it.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wagner, Mayor of the City of Pasadena. Thank you for visiting the City of Pasadena and supporting all the students here in Pasadena ISD. Hope you enjoy the game the Texas way.
We remind all visitors that the possession or the use of any tobacco or alcohol product at Veterans Memorial Stadium is prohibited by law. Vulgar or profane language will not be tolerated. Violators may be subject to ejection from the stadium and may face arrest for any violation of the law. Air horns, bells, or whistles are strictly prohibited in Veterans Memorial Stadium and in all district contests. Spectators and fans are not permitted on the playing field at any time. And we again welcome everyone to Veterans Memorial Stadium, and we hope you enjoy the game. Once again this year, Pasadena ISD will continue to request a moment of silence before each game. Silence dedicated to good sportsmanship, fair play, safe conduct, and the appreciation of our fellow man. Would everyone please rise at this time as we observe that moment of silence, and please remain standing as we will have the Pasadena High School alma mater. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eagle Alliance with the Pasadena High School alma mater. Thank you. You may be seated. We will have our presentation of colors in our national anthem when both teams have returned to the sidelines. And now it is our pleasure to introduce the cheerleaders from both of our schools. Please help me welcome the Kempner Varsity High School cheerleaders. Freshman Kaylee Aparse Aninzo. Senior Kaylin Lacey. Sophomore Mazane McWilliams. All-American and Captain Junior Cami Kennedy. Junior two-time All-American Shania Singleton. Senior and varsity captain Tanaya Figures. Senior All-American and varsity captain Sky Bruce. Sophomore Brianna Harris. Junior varsity captain Nadia Cardenas. Sophomore Symphony Trung. Senior two-time All-American Martha Martinez. And freshman Andrea Gonzalez. And the cheerleaders would like to thank their sponsors, Group 1 Automotive, Texas Power Consultants, Capital Plastics, Terrific Shots Photography, the Kennedy Family, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Easy Flex Sports Mats, and Imperial Driving School. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kempner Varsity Cheerleaders. And now introducing your Pasadena High School Varsity Cheerleaders. Members of the PHS Cheer Squad are committed to the highest level of athleticism, self-discipline, respect, and conduct. Your varsity cheerleaders are sophomore Alexis Fernandez, sophomore Haley Iturbe, sophomore Alexis Jauregui, sophomore Sarai Gayona, junior All-American Vita Guevara, junior Caleb Renaud, junior Aaliyah Casas, junior Ruby Guzman, junior All-American Hayden Garcia, senior Emma Rani Compian, senior two-time All-American Allison Diaz, senior Chloe Rubio, senior Angelina Segura, senior Serenity Balboa, junior co-captain and All-American Ashleen Lopez, senior co-captain and three-time All-American Christopher Hernandez, senior two-time All-American and your captain, Natalie Diaz. Cheer managers are Ashley Perez and Janice Benrasto. Mascots Baldy and Bailey, and the cheer coaches are Coach Pedraza and Coach Garcia. The cheerleaders would like to thank the Eagle Nation for coming out to support all of the organizations here today, And a special thank you to Academics Alanis Dance Studio, Campus Media Box, and the United States Coast Guard for supporting the cheer team. Let's hear it for your Pasadena High School varsity cheerleaders. Let's make some noise for your Eagles.
It is a gloomy day for football here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in a matchup between Fort Bend Kempner and Pasadena. I'm Tucker Reeves, joined by my good friend Carl Teese. Carl, how are you doing today?
Doing very well. Tucker, it's always great to be with you.
It's always great to be with you, my friend. Always an absolute joy. And we have a bottom here, or a matchup here between the two winless teams in District 11 5A. I think we'll take a quick stop for the national anthem and then we'll break the game down.
Gentlemen, please remove all headwear and hold your salute until the Pasadena High School Choir has finished singing our national anthem. May God bless America.
Great job by the Eagle Choir, color guard provided by Pasadena ROTC.
Yeah, you said that beautifully, Carl. Thank you to that Pasadena choir for that national anthem. And as I was saying, before the national anthem. This is a matchup between, unfortunately, the two bottom teams in District 11 5A Division I, Kempner and Pasadena, both 0-5 winless in district play. So this will be an opportunity, Carl, the best opportunity for either team to get their district win.
This will be a good battle, Tucker. Both these teams, I've seen Kempner a couple of times. This is the first time seeing the Eagles. I'm excited to see them play.
Yeah, it should be a fast, high-paced game. Going over the District 11 5A Division I standings, I don't like that they've separated it, Carl. It's just too much to say when you're talking about what the district is. But LaPorte currently atop at 6-0. They beat, as Carl informed me, Angleton last night in the matchup between district undefeateds, and that was actually Angleton's first loss on the season.
Has called multiple playoff games in some of the biggest venues.
Wow, so big upset win there for LaPorte to take control of district play. Crosby is in third place at 4-1. Friendswood and Kingwood Park and New Caney, Porter, are tied for fourth place. So an absolute jumble there. Some chaos for that last playoff spot between those three teams. Last week, Angleton beat Kempner 59-6. Carl, I know you said you were at that game. And Kingwood Park beat Pasadena 49-7. So we have our coin toss here. It looks like Kempner is going to receive the ball. Did I see that right, Carl?
Yes. Pasadena won the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half. So Kempner will receive the ball in the north end zone. They'll be moving left to right.
And so we'll start with some keys to the game. We'll start with the Kempner Cougars. Keys to the game given to us by our head coach, Coach Smith. Play hard. I think that's a good place to start, especially it can be a little difficult to motivate the players kind of like this deep into the season. Not too much to play for, except kind of your own pride. So definitely want to get out there, work hard, play hard, limit their mistakes, and win the turnover battle. And Coach Smith says if the Kempner Cougars can do that, they think they can get a win in this ball game.
Captains today for the Pasadena Eagles, Will Cruz. Let's see, number 19, Chris Solis. Number 75 is Jose Reyna, and Casachas, the defensive tackle. Kempner's captains, Luke Maxon, quarterback Grayson Green, and offensive lineman Cedric Jones.
We've got the kicker for Pasadena, Christian Leone, out in the field ready to get this ball game underway. I believe I saw Luke Maxon back there along with Makai Jenkins.
Luke Maxon's a really good player.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Carl. And kick goes deep over Maxon's head into the end zone. That was Leone absolutely booted that ball for Pasadena.
We got about a 20-mile crosswind blowing from the east-southeast.
Yep.
And 85-degree temperature at kickoff. And before the game, light drizzle, but it's stopped raining, and we hope to get this game in.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be okay. Ahead of us, it's blue skies. I do think behind us there are some scattered clouds, so hopefully they're moving away and we can get through this game as Kempner makes their way on the field. Grayson Green, number 4, their quarterback, sets up with running back to his right side. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. And they're going to start with the screen. It's to Maxon. Maxon with a lot of room to work. He's going to go down the sideline, crosses to the 50, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Dante Miller. So explosive play to get this game going.
Yeah, as I said, Luke Maxon does that a lot. Last week against Angleton, he had 2 big plays that were called back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you said in that game against Angleton that was a big issue for Kempner was the penalties, especially on big plays. It seemed like every big play that Kempner made, you would see yellow on the turf and the play would get negated. So good start there, and they're going to continue the quick pass game. This one thrown to Mario James, who gets pushed out of bounds and has another first down.
On the first down play, 36-yard pickup by Maxon. Another first down. Down box not been reset. Let's call it 11 for Mario James.
Kempner going to keep it moving, keep the tempo up.
Green 2 of 2 passing.
And this time we show a handoff, and it does not pay off. Makai Jenkins swallowed up in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Good stuff there from the defensive line from Pasadena. I see number 99, Aldo Ramirez, and I believe also number 77, Antonio Conchas, got in the backfield and were able to corral Jenkins.
If Green has time, he's gonna fill up.
All right, now Green with the pass, and it's bobbled, and somehow the wide receiver comes down with it. I believe that is number 8.
Ayo is a foul Arby. I'm not sure.
I think you did about as good as you could have there, Carl. We'll go Ayo Afalabi.
My apologies to the fans.
Yeah, Xavier for me too. And so, as Carl said, 3rd and 5. Jenkins to the left of Green. It's going to be a toss, and cutting up the field is going to be Maxson, and he makes a couple of defenders miss for Pasadena and is able to get the first down.
Up to the 16-yard line, picks up 7, 3rd first down for the Cougars.
So Kempner really spreading the ball around here. Already 4 different people have touched the ball in this ball game. Green really evenly distributing the pigskin. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Actually, at the 16-yard line.
Green takes the snap. He's throwing. He's got a man wide open in the end zone, and that has caught Mario James for the touchdown. So excellent drive there, orchestrated by Grayson Green, spreading the ball around to everyone. And as Carl said, corrected me there, from the 16-yard line, 16-yard touchdown pass to Mario James makes it 6-0, 9:58 left to go in the first quarter.
Green 4-4, 81 yards on the opening drive.
And passes to 3 different wide receivers as well.
They used 2 different kickers last week, Gonzalez and Chavez. I'm not sure which.
We'll see if we can get the number once he kicks it. Almost blocked. And I see number 48.
And that's a different kicker.
So I have that as Xavier Azarati.
That it is.
And he kicks it up and good. Or excuse me. No good? Did I miss that?
I didn't see the signal.
Score still says 6, so I do apologize. I missed that there. I was looking down to get the number and the name for the kicker, and so it'll be a 6-0 game. So it looks like we might see a few more kickers cycled in for the Cougars this game as well, Carl.
Yeah, definitely do. That Kempner drive, they're going to go take 2 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. They're going to go 75 yards in 6 plays, 75 and 6.
Mainly off the arm of Grayson Green, and so now it'll be an opportunity for Pasadena to respond. And we'll go for our Pasadena keys to the game. Number 1 key to the game, Carl, score on offense. I think that is a good strategy. If I've ever heard one, they want to stop the pass on defense. Weren't successful at all with that goal on that first Kempner drive. They need to control the tempo of the game and not turn the ball over. Definitely 2 different styles offensively, right, Carl? Pasadena's just going to run the ball, try and run that clock down, have those long 5-6 minute drives.
Don't turn the ball over, and it's long, sustained drives.
Yep, exactly. So with that win, Carl, that you mentioned earlier, we're going to have a holder for the kickoff. And it's going to be a little pooch kick. Oh, my gosh. And it's to the big man, Antonio Conchas, who makes the fair catch. Gracefully securing the football.
He's going to be bragging about that all week long.
I would be too.
Or he's going to go with Coach wanting to return.
Yeah, he's going to tell Coach, hey, the second line is too close for me. I need to be moved back a couple lines on the kickoff. I can take this ball to the house.
Pasadena new quarterback Matthew Salas. He's going to have McCarty and Torres in the backfield with him.
split backs and absolutely dragged down by Deontay Williams, who was able to get in the backfield. I believe it was going to a wide receiver who had gone in motion, didn't quite catch the number. I think it was Giancarlo Torres maybe on the carry there. I do apologize if I'm incorrect on that. But
loses 4, 2nd and 14 for the Eagles.
Big loss, and the Eagles cannot afford to be getting behind the chains here. As the snap from Salas, he's going to take himself, cut up the middle with a spin move, then takes a big hit from Shamar Smith. But still a decent gain there from Salas. Gets it back past the chains, and will make it 3rd and 7 or 8.
It's 3rd and 7.
As Carl said, Salas, McCarty, and Torres in the backfield. McCarty, the bigger back to the left of Salas, and then Torres, the slider back to the right. They send McCarty in motion. Salas looking to throw. He gets corralled by Kempner defenders and goes down for the sack. That's number 17, Lincoln Ventura, and the Eagles are going to have to punt.
Going to lose back to the 26-yard line, loses 5. 4th and 12 for the Eagles on their first possession.
So great stuff there from the Kempner Cougars defensive front. Able to sow some chaos in the backfield of the Eagles. Get them behind the chains. 2 big negative plays.
Christian Leal into punt.
And then we have 2 Kempner Cougars back who might return, Maxson and Smith.
Leal averaging 33.5 yards per punt.
Not the best snap, but Leal fields it and gets it down the field and dropped down around the 35-yard line. Good punt there from Leal.
39-yard punt, no return. As Tucker said, out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
So once again, Grayson Green, Kempner offense will take over. And, Carl, I don't think we're going to see much of a change in philosophy from that first drive.
Yeah. If he gets time, he's a good quarterback. He was running for his life the last 2 weeks.
So going to come down to that Kempner offensive line to protect their quarterback. So Green in the backfield. Takes a snap. Going to be a handoff, and the running plays are not working right now, Carl, for the Cougars. Will Cruz immediately in the backfield tackles the running back before he even really gets the ball.
Jenkins got the ball and got hit.
Yep.
Loses 3, 2nd and 13.
So another big negative play on the run for the Eagles defense. Can they figure it out against Green in the pass, though? As Green sees that the Pasadena defenders, they might be sending some extra men. And it's going to be a quick pass down to Avery Jr., or excuse me, Denman. And Denman makes a man miss, gets down the sidelines, and I think he's going to have enough for the first down, Carl.
Going to be out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Pick up a 14, 5th first down for the Kempner Cougars.
And I believe that's the 5th player to touch the ball for the Cougars as Green continues to spread the ball around. Going to be another screen pass, this one to James. James with some room to run up the left sideline, and he's just going to run past everybody and take it into the end zone. Mario James, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
.54 yards on the screen pass. And the Cougars up quick, 13-0.
Yeah, as good of a start as you could hope for if you're Kempner, and Green able to easily get it done. And they're going to go for 2 here after the missed extra point. Try and get that point back. And honestly, Carl, I think it's a good call. Look for a quick pass here to one of those 4 wide receivers. Green looking for where he's got numbers. 2 wide receivers move in. Green looking, and he's got James again in the end zone. So Mario James and Grayson Green showing off a lot of chemistry so far in this early going, and it's 14-0, 7:06 left in the first quarter. And so, going to be another kick. We've got another holder out there. And it looks like it's number 18. I want to say Reginald Jackson will be kicking it off for the Cougars this time. So another kicker.
After the Eagles punt, Kempner's going to go 65 yards, 3 plays. Again, Mario James, 54-yard screen pass for Green. The conversion pass to James. Our score now 14-0, 7:06 left in the first quarter.
Another fair catch. Beautifully done by Antonio Conchas. Just showing off the glue that he has on his hands. And so it'll be still solid field position for Pasadena. But, Carl, right now it just seems like Kempner has much better athletes on the outside.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So they get a little bit of space, and the Pasadena defensive backs can't corral these wide receivers.
Green already 6 of 6 passing, 137 yards, and
wow,
we're halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, that is a great way to start the game. As Salas back in the game. This time he's going to hand the ball off to McCarty. McCarty will dive forward. Call it a gain of 3. Big offensive drive here for the Eagles as they try and get back into this ball game. Eagles just with 1 in on the season, coming from their first game against Austin. Salas will take it himself. He's got some room to run. Cuts up the middle, breaks a few tackles, falls forward, and it's a first down.
Great run by Matthew Salas.
So the 2 most successful run plays for Pasadena have been Salas calling his own number. Salas has some size to him.
Picks up 16. First down for the Eagles.
So with the split backs again, I don't think we're going to see much variation from the Eagles and their formations as McCarty stumbles forward, drags a few defenders with him, call it a gain of 8.
For Pasadena to get back in the game, you got to control the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. It's up to the big men up front to create some space so that McCarty and Salas and Torres can get their legs moving, gain some positive yards, keep that clock turning. Send a wide receiver in motion. And it's going to be to McCarty again. McCarty with some space up the right side. He cuts through the hole. 1 man to beat. Can McCarty make it into the end zone? And he will.
44-yard house call.
Jarvis McCarty cuts it up to the right side. And I was getting a little worried, Carl, but it looks like we're going to have a ball game on our hands as Pasadena responds. So the kicker, Leon, out there. Looking to make this a 7-point ball game. Snap is up, almost blocked, but the kick is up and good. Good composure there from Leon. So with 5:35 left to go in the first half, Kempner leads 14-7 over Pasadena. And it was McCarty and Salas on the drive, but McCarty with the big run, just able to run past the Kempner defenders. I think if he had a few more yards to go, he might have got tackled, but is able to get into the end zone standing up, and all of a sudden we've got a ball game on our hands, Carl.
After the kickoff, Eagles will go 71 yards, 4 play, take 1:41 off the clock. Jarvis McCarty, 44-yard touchdown run. Christian Leal kick good. Our score, Kempner 14. Pasadena Eagles 7.
Now we know, Carl, generally Pasadena wants to control the clock, eat up the clock, but I think Coach will be happy with a 44-yard touchdown run in a minute and a half drive.
That's correct.
So Leon back to kick this ball off, and as Carl mentioned earlier, got quite the crosswind here coming towards us, towards the bottom of the screen. And let's see if Leon can just get this into the end zone again. Maxon's there. He's going back. He's going to catch it in the end zone. Oh, he wants to take this one out. Maxon goes up the middle, cuts the left side, makes 1 man miss, and then cuts back up towards the middle. Now he's at the 30. defender is on him, and finally he'll be taken down. So a bit of a bold choice there from Maxon to take the ball out, but it pays off as he gets down to the 30-yard line.
They're actually going to mark him forward progress to 28.
Okay.
33-yard return.
I think Maxon will still take that as he shows his athleticism there. Broke a few tackles.
I've seen that every time he's played. They list his position as athlete.
Yeah.
He plays some defense, punt return, kick returns. I think he does it all. If they need help training staff, they need Gatorade, he's probably going to be bringing the Gatorade out.
I think we need to see him kicking extra points.
That's the only thing I hadn't seen him do.
Green at the offense back on the field. They fake the handoff, get to the outside to Maxon. Maxon with a big stiff arm, still bumbling up the sidelines for the first down.
7th first down for the Cougars.
And Carl, it's just going to take, for Pasadena, they're not going to win the one-on-one matchups with these Kempner receivers.
13-yard pickup. Maxon 2 catches for 49 yards. Green 7 of 7 for 150. 2 touchdowns.
Green takes the ball. Going to be the handoff. This one to Derek Smith over the left side. And Smith with the best run of the day so far for Kempner. It looks like it'll be enough for the first down. Life is really easy right now, Carl, for Grayson Green. Just getting rid of the ball quick, let your receivers do all the work, and build up that stat sheet for you. So clock continues to tick. Pasadena trailing in this ball game 14-7. The Kempner offense looking unstoppable so far. Going to have a handoff, and going up the middle.
It's coming back. Headlines here on the bottom.
So the handoff was to Jenkins, but as Carl noted,
they didn't stop the play, so I think the defense may have been in the neutral zone, so Jenkins may get that run.
Okay. See what the chains are doing. Looks like the chains are coming back.
Illegal procedure. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. First penalty in the game. Kempner now 1st and 15 from their own 45-yard line.
And so, yeah, I know you mentioned the penalties with Kempner. First one of the game, but already, right, Carl, looking a lot better than it was last week.
Much better.
So that'll make it 1st and 15. As that was the best run of the day for Jenkins. Unfortunately, it's going to be nullified by the penalty.
Jenkins stays in the game. Smith out of the game.
Another wide receiver runs onto the field. Green takes a snap. It's going to be the screen play over to Afalabi. Afalabi takes it to the sidelines. Back past the chains and gets the Cougars offense back on schedule.
Back to the 50-yard line, 2nd and 10.
And timeout is called by the Pasadena coaching staff, so we'll take a timeout with them. Be right back here after this on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Houston Methodist, our primary care physicians invest time in your visit so you're seen and heard, virtually and in person, at locations across the city.
Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Steele, General Manager of the Chevron Pasadena Refinery. At Chevron, we believe in human energy because an energized community is a stronger community. We're proud to support Pasadena ISD because they bring energy to our community and help fuel our future.
14-17, the current Kempner Cougar lead over the Pasadena Eagles in this District 11 5A Division I matchup. Each team looking for their first district win on the season. Kempner has had a little more success overall. They're 3-5 on the season, while Pasadena just has the one win, 1-7. So it's 2nd and 10. Grayson Green in the backfield with Mekhi Jenkins. 4 wide receivers out wide. Green takes the snap, has plenty of time. He's looking downfield for Maxon. Maxon gets under the ball and makes the catch. Big pitch and catch. And Carl, kind of for the first time today, Green's been able to stretch the ball down the field, and he pays it off.
They're giving him time.
Had plenty of time, and now Kempner trying to speed up the pace of this game.
Up to the 13-yard line, 37-yard pickup, 9th first down for the Cougars.
And Green takes it himself, and he's just going to throw the ball away. Faked the handoff to Jenkins, was looking for Maxon, but smart play there, just throws it over his head out of bounds. So make it 2nd down and 10.
Green now 9 of 10 passing for 192 yards.
Maxon, Afalabi, and James, all three to the top of your screen. We'll see if Demon can maybe get a one-on-one matchup on the bottom side. As Green takes the snap, he's looking to the 3 receivers. He's got the man, Afalabi, crossing over the middle, and he is into the end zone. Another touchdown pass for Grayson Green.
13-yard touchdown.
And it is Ayo Afalabi making the catch, falling into the end zone. 20-7, the Kempner lead, 3:15 left to go. And Carl, the offense for the Kempner Cougars is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, it really is. Green now 10 of 11, 205, and 3 touchdown passes.
And so it'll be Jackson.
Oh, Jackson's in?
Yep, Jackson's in. So we'll see if Kempner has the kicking game figured out. And Jackson, so far, so good. Oh, no, excuse me, Carl. I think you were right. I apologize. It was Azarati out there. That's on me for doubting you, which I should never do.
I was just lucky.
And so Azarati gets the kick up and in. And so it is 21-7. Kempner leads Pasadena.
That Kempner drive, 72 yards. They're going to go in 7 plays, 72 yards. Ayo with the 13-yard catch from Green. And Azarati kick is good. Our score, 21-7, 3:15 left in the first quarter.
And I apologize. I should have noted it when it happened, but when Green threw the ball out of play, was his first incompletion of the game. Carl, do you know how many he started out with in a row?
He started 9-9.
Wow.
To start the game.
Great start there for Green. His kick going to go in the air, and there's our big man, Antonio Conchas, who makes the fair catch, and kicks just kind of going to all be the same, a little deja vu there. And once again, Pasadena offense going to take over and try and keep their team in this ball game. As the last drive, it was Solis and McCarty who were able to lead their team down the field.
Eagles start at their own 28.
And so it'll be split backs, Torres and McCarty, 3 wide receivers. On the bottom of the screen, it'll be Torres this time. Taking the ball, Torres gets the outside, cuts up the middle, taking down the 40. There's a flag on the play, so I worry, Carl. I think this one might be coming back.
Doing an area where I see holding quite a bit.
The referees are talking. Face mask. Okay, I didn't quite see it, but we're up here in the booth. The referees down low have a much better view than we do, and so that turns out that ends up being a really, really big gain, Carl, for the Eagles.
And move the ball all the way to the Cougar 46-yard line, 15-yard penalty.
First and 10. And Salas fakes the give to Torres, takes it himself, makes a couple of defenders miss, cuts up the middle, and is able to salvage a couple of yards on the play.
Picks up 2, 2nd and 8.
Now under 3 minutes in this first quarter. Salas sends a man in motion. It'll be a handoff to McCarty, but a lot of pressure there from the defensive line for Kempner. I saw Deontay Williams and Ahmed Kadir in the backfield along with Cedree Jones. And it's 3rd and long, and Carl, this is obviously not where the Pasadena offense thrives.
Loses 4 yards. It's going to be third and 12.
I believe Carl said Pasadena only averages about 6 passes a game this year, and this is going to be Solis taking it himself, but the Kempner defense not fooled there. There is a flag on the play on the far sideline. It's offside, so that'll move the ball up 5 yards, and Pasadena's going to get another shot at this. And Carl, I'm thinking if they can get, even just 3 or 4 yards here,
two down territory.
Might be 2 down territory for Pasadena.
3rd and 7 moves the ball up to the 43-yard line.
So we'll see what the Pasadena coaching staff is thinking. It's the standard split back set. Wide receiver gets sent in motion. And it's going to be a handoff to Torres. Torres cuts it back up the middle and drags the defender forward. So that'll make it 4th down and about 3. And yep, the offense is going to stay on the field. So 4th down and 3. Oh, and they get the offsides.
Hard count and jumps offsides.
Carl, you called it. I mean, we've said that this Kempner team has a lot of athletes on the field, but they're just a little undisciplined, and they make big mistakes, and that was a big mistake there. I mean, Solis with one of the more kind of obvious hard counts I've seen. And he didn't just get one of the defensive linemen, Carl. There were a few guys that jumped on that play.
Picks up 5th first down on the penalty. Kempner now 4 penalties for 30 yards.
And then we get the ball lined up with where the sticks are. So 1st and 10, under a minute left to go in this first quarter. Sauce with the snap. It's going to be Torres. Torres cuts it up the middle, but he's immediately dragged down at the line of scrimmage. I believe that's number 14, Trayshawn Wiley, the senior linebacker, with the tackle. So the play clock and the game clock perfectly even. I think we'll get one more play here. Solis with the snap. Going to be McCarty. And McCarty, looks like he kind of just slipped there a little bit. As also the Kempner defender's able to corral him. Not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So right now, Pasadena running game slowing down a little bit. But clock will tick down. And so that'll be the end of the first quarter. Kempner leading 21-7. So we'll take a short break. We'll be right back with you here on the Legacy Sports Network,
where the future stars of basketball shine. Join us as a sponsor and put your brand in the spotlight at one of the largest high school basketball tournaments in the nation. Connect with thousands of sports enthusiasts, showcase your partnership, and build lasting relationships. Your sponsorship helps us support young athletes and create unforgettable experiences. Additionally, proceeds are donated to the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation, sponsoring mini grants for teachers and students. Mark your calendars now for November 21st through 23rd and become a part of the McDonald's Texas Invitational family. Sponsor us today and elevate your brand success while supporting our community.
All right, second quarter action about to get underway.
Eagles facing 3rd and 11 from their 34, Kempner 34-yard line.
And so once again, they're not in a good spot. They were in this position, kind of on the previous 3 plays, and it was a couple of Kempner penalties, a couple of offsides that got the Eagles the first down. And so Solis fakes the give to the running back, and it's going to be to the wide receiver, Chris Solis. And Solis cuts up the field as some rain, I think, Carl, is starting to fall down. Takes it to the 30. And so it's going to be a long 4th down attempt here, Carl. But I think just the way the defense is looking right now, Pasadena kind of has to go for it here and see if they can make something happen.
Picks up 3, 4th and 8.
So Salas, and now I see Pavel Mendoza in the ball game as the rain really starting to go down. Salas going to take himself, tries to get up the middle, but he's stonewalled by
right at the mark.
Trayshawn Wiley, and he's going to be a little short. And man, Carl, what a tackle there by Wiley. He didn't give up an inch, and he couldn't afford to.
Picks up 7, needed 8. Ball over on downs.
So great stand there from Wiley, and the Kempner offense will take over here as the fans. Actually, a lot of umbrellas out there. They are locked in for this ball game, so love to see that from the Pasadena faithful. The bands, I think, are going to have to retreat, though. Have some instruments that need protecting. Those things are not cheap. But so far, just a little bit of rain. Nothing too crazy. Carl, did you ever play any rain games, any mud games?
Had one rain game, and it was cold.
Oh, that does not sound fun at all. That sounds absolutely miserable as it's going to be Jenkins takes the carry up the middle, gain about 3 or 4.
And we got wet pregame and stayed wet and cold that entire night.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Right now, so far, it's just some rain. And I can still see clearly out the window. As it's going to be another handoff to Jenkins. Jenkins lost the football. I thought he did. Excuse me. I think that was just I was seeing things on my end. So go down. And they get 3rd and 1. So gotta watch out. If you got the ball, make sure that you've got a good grip on it. That football is going to be slick and slippery out there. As it's going to be Jenkins, and he breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets to the outside, has the 1st down, gets all the way down to the 45-yard line, and a flag's on the play. And I think, Carl, maybe it was a horse collar or a face mask.
Yeah, I think it was a horse collar.
And so we'll add 15 yards to the big run there from Jenkins.
Jenkins out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
He made it. The defender miss. Didn't quite see who had the opportunity there in the backfield to make the tackle and maybe in the drive. But Jenkins
picked up 24 on the run.
So 39 overall when you add the penalty, and it'll be 1st and 10 down to the 28-yard line. Green, it's Maxon in motion. Maxon will take it. He's forced to cut up the middle. Falls forward for a gain of about 2. I believe that was Aldo Ramirez who got in the backfield and forced Maxon to change direction. So it's really coming down out here, Veterans Memorial Stadium. Both teams showing no signs of slowing down as Green fakes the handoff, takes it himself, and he's going to be wrestled down in the backfield. Number 28, Luis Garcia with the sack. That makes it 3rd and 11 now for Kempner as the big play from the defensive lineman from Pasadena moves them back, and they're going to slow it down here. And like you said, Carl, it all just depends on how much time, Green has to throw the ball. If they can give him time, he's going to succeed. But if not, it's going to be a long night for him back there, or a long afternoon.
What makes them one-dimensional, they have to hand the ball to Jenkins too much, and they just don't have other weapons running the ball.
And so Cougars will call a timeout. We'll take a timeout in the booth. Be right back with you after these messages.
Looking for a career as bold as you? Join our team at U.S. Law Shield, where we protect what matters most. Your future starts here. Visit our career page for more info.
So Tucker Reeves, Carl Thies back here, Veterans Memorial Stadium. Kempner leading 21-7. 3rd and 11 here for Kempner. 8:34 left to go in the first half as the pocket of rain looks like it has subsided. So that is what you love to see. As Green takes the ball, he's going to roll over. Now he's going to throw it in the middle of the field, has a man open, and he makes the catch. It's Mario James, and so it wasn't pretty.
James made a great adjustment in a short pass.
Yeah, not Green's best throw, but it was enough to get the first down.
Picks up 11, another first down, 12th first down for the Cougars.
And so
at the 18-yard line.
Cougars keep the drive alive with the scrambling ability in the arm of Grayson Green, who just continues to be phenomenal.
11 of 12, 216 yards.
Oh my goodness, that's a good entire game, and we still have 8 minutes left in the second quarter. As the ball's thrown, tipped into the air by Afalabi, almost intercepted. And then did he end up catching the?
He did.
Wow! So a few people had an opportunity at that ball. Afalabi ends up coming down with it, and it ends up being a positive play.
Great concentration, 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7.
You know, it is so tough to remain calm and collected when that ball is just kind of floating in the air like that. But Afalabi able to get the job done as Green takes the snap, looking over the middle of the field, rolls over to his right, looking into the end zone. He's got a man open, but it's dropped. He was looking for Denman, who would have probably had a touchdown there. It was a good pass from Green.
Great pass from Green. He led him to the corner, and Denman just didn't concentrate the ball in.
Yep, and so I wonder that didn't look. I was going to say I wonder if it was because of the rain and a slick ball, but that didn't look like it had anything to do with a slick ball. That, like you said, Carl, I think that was purely concentration. The rain's gone too.
Has a clearing. It's dark gray at kickoff. It's getting lighter.
So Green takes the snap, plenty of time, looking over the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mario James. So one of the rare times where Green, had the time in the pocket, but unable to capitalize. And with the kicker situation, Carl, for Kempner, they're going to go for it here.
I think the wind is still over 20 miles an hour, still crosswind, east-southeast wind.
Yep, those flags are absolutely whipping.
On the goal, in between the goalposts, the flag is not blowing. Across the way, they're blowing.
4th and 7. Green takes the snap, looking into the end zone, and he's got Maxon who catches it for the touchdown. So big 4th and 7 play.
15-yard.
Grayson Green, 15 yards, as Carl said, to Luke Maxon for the touchdown. So Maxon able to get down the field, jumps into the air, and secures the ball. So it's 27-7 now, 7:21 left to go in the first quarter, in the second quarter. And Kempner, Carl, starting to take control of this ball game.
Arzarati in for the extra point kick.
So he missed the first one, but made the second one. Pasadena's been getting pressure on the kick every time. We'll see not a good snap, but great job by the holder to grab the ball and get it down in time. Trying to see who that is. That's 21, I believe, Derek Smith. Great concentration from Derek to get that done. And so it's 28-7, 7:21 left to go in the first half. Kempner leading. And so they finished that drive with the pass, Carl, but early on in the drive, we did see Mekhi Jenkins getting the job done with his legs as well.
They ran the ball first 5 plays and then threw the ball the last 5.
Yep.
They go 76 yards, 10 plays. Luke Maxon, 15-yard pass. Green's 4th touchdown pass.
And so Cougars will kick it off again. And our big man, Antonio Conchas, back out there. Let's see if he can go 4 for 4 on the day on the fair catches. And the kick goes the other side, so the big man won't get an opportunity here, but his counterpart That's 39. Pavel Mendoza gets the job done, and so Pasadena offense will take over. And so, Carl, we were talking about the rain games earlier, and you were saying you've played in one, and apparently there was a pretty important person in attendance at the ball game.
I'm one of the few people in America that can say that they played before the sitting president of the United States.
That is absolutely. Now, did you feel the weight of it? Were you nervous?
I was not nervous. The motorcade came in, and they were using our dressing room. Secret Service was in our dressing room for the ball game.
That is absolutely incredible. As the ball comes out, and it looks like Kempner has recovered it, also flags on the play. So we'll see what happens here. But, yeah, Carl, that's definitely quite the story. That's definitely one to hang your hat on, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, I won't ever forget that cold night.
Now, did the game go well?
Yeah, the game went well for us. I played for Baytown League. We were playing Aldine MacArthur, and President Gerald Ford was in attendance.
Was there a reason he was in attendance, or did he just
on the campaign trail? He lost to Jimmy Carter in that next election.
Wow, that is incredible stuff, as it was an offsides penalty, third one of the game on Kempner. And so Pasadena will keep the ball, but Salas on the give, or excuse me, Salas calls his own number and is driven back, so it'll be a loss of 3.
Second 8.
Clock continues to tick down. Just over 6.5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Salas, McCarty, and Torres. And they send Solis in motion. And it's going to be McCarty. McCarty cuts up the middle of the field. Keeps those legs churning. Gets down to call it the 42-yard line. So make it 3rd and 2 for Pasadena.
You know, that Gerald Ford was in Baytown, Texas 48 years ago. election next Tuesday, 48 years ago.
And you got to see the great Carl Teese take the field for Baytown Lee. I think really the honor was Gerald's at the end of the day. As Torres will take the handoff over the left side. And I think Carl, he'll have enough for the first down. So Pasadena will keep the chains moving. This is exactly the type of football that Pasadena wants to play. Take their 3-4 yards at a time. Keep their legs churning, stay ahead of the chains, get the clock moving. Issue, Carl, is they're down 21, so they don't have a lot of time as Salas takes it up the middle, and he is absolutely leveled. Once again, Trayshawn Wiley. Trayshawn Wiley in this ballgame, Carl, is really laying the boom out there.
Made another great play. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Salas and McCarty looking at the sideline. Salas going to throw it this time. Was looking for Solis, but that play was kind of dead before it even started. Also a penalty on the field. Going to be another offside. I think that would be the 4th one of the game.
That was the 4th. They had a lot of offsides against Angleton last week. They had a lot of false starts. They were illegal procedure of Pasadena. So they refused.
And their penalty is declined, so it'll be 3rd and 10.
Pass goes incomplete. That's Salas's first pass.
He's dropped back a couple of times, but has been unable to get the opportunity to get the ball downfield.
He's just not had time.
No, not at all, not at all. So 3rd and 10. Salas with the snap. Hands it to Torres. Torres has a lot of room on the outside. Cuts it up the field, but the Kempner defenders swarm on him very quickly.
Closed quickly.
Yep, that's Shamar Smith and Reginald Jackson. It looked like Torres had a lot of room, and then all of a sudden 2 Kempner defenders right on him.
Picks up 4th and 6.
And Pasadena's going for it here. Not too surprised by that, Carl. Just given the game state.
Yeah.
See if they can draw him offside. Oh, my goodness, they do. So free play. Going to throw it deep, looking for Solis, I think, and it's incomplete. Not going to be enough for the first down, Carl.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4th and 1 play. And move the ball up to the 46-yard line. They got to get to the Kempner 45. So
I mean, I think if I'm Pasadena, I'm just kind of doing hard counts for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
You know, they say, it's up to Kempner to figure it out. If you have to get offsides penalties and use that to get all the way down the field, you do what you have to do, right?
That's what Angleton did last week. When Angleton wasn't drawing them off sides, they were hitting big plays.
Mm-hmm. And so, be 4th and 1 now. Big opportunity here for Pasadena to keep the drive alive. Salas takes it himself, cuts up the middle, and will have enough for the first down. Finally wrangled down by Shamar Smith, but
Salas did a great play fake.
Mm-hmm. Really have to sell the play fake to the running back, get the defense.
Torres got tackled by about 3.
And it looks like Pasadena's going to call a timeout. So timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout in the booth as Kempner leads 28-7 on the Legacy Sports Network. Tucker Reeves and Carl Teese back here. Veterans Memorial Stadium, 28-7. Kempner Cougars lead the Pasadena Memorial Eagles. Eagles driving down the field in Kempner territory. Big 4th down conversion by quarterback Matthew Salas keeps the drive alive.
4:06 left in the second quarter.
As Solis goes in motion, Salas hands it to McCarty. McCarty finds the hole, breaks, goes to the outside. Now he's going to cut it up the field and bangs forward down past the 30-yard line. Big gain for McCarty.
Picks up 14 yards down to the 29. 8th first down for the Eagles.
So this has been their best sustained drive of the game so far for the Eagles.
McCarty now 6 carries for 65 yards.
Definitely take that as Torres. I think he might have lost the ball there, Carl. I'm not quite sure. Looked a little funky to get started, but able to get – no, yeah, he's going to lose a couple of yards there.
Yeah, he was able to get back on it.
And the rain has completely subsided at this point, but it looks like we just might be getting kind of pockets of it throughout the game.
Loses 2. 2nd 12.
As Carl said, 2nd and 12. Solis goes in motion. It's going to be the handoff to McCarty, trying to go to the right side. But it was Wiley who got in the backfield and had a couple of other Cougar defenders help take the running back down.
No gain. 3rd and 12. Still at the 31-yard line.
So we'll see if Salas attempts another pass here. Like we said, they're only averaging 6 pass attempts a game. It's not really –
It's not in their playbook.
It is not in their playbook. They've tried a couple of times, but Salas has not had time to throw the ball. As they send Solis in motion, and it's just going to be the simple play to McCarty. But it really goes nowhere, and so that's going to be 4th and 10. You'd figure that, yeah, they're going to keep going for it. No point in deviating from the game plan here.
4th and 10 for the Eagles.
But Salas is going to have to make something happen, whether it's a throw or a scramble. We'll see if he can make the play. We're looking, and I would point out on defense, number 14, Trayshawn Wiley. He's been all over the place and has made a couple of big plays.
Very active.
So look for number 14 in the maroon and white as Pasadena really taking their time here. I wonder if they're going to call a timeout, Carl.
7 on the play clock.
Yep. And so timeout call. We'll take one more timeout in the booth. 28-7, Kempner leads Pasadena on the Legacy Sports Network.
The mission of the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation is to enhance the quality of educational services to promote an exemplary educational system. Through key fundraising efforts like the McDonald's Texas Invitational and the Golf Classic Tournament, we're able to redistribute thousands of dollars back to our classrooms to support the quality of education and learning opportunities for our students. Log in to PasadenaISDFoundation.org to find out how you can make a positive difference in our community.
.138 left to go in the first half. As Carl, he's looking for some video for me. I know he's going to pull up about the Gerald Ford game. He's going to show that to me later. I cannot wait to see it. And Carl, they're going to try and kick a field goal. Oh my goodness!
Setting the ball down on the 36-yard line. This will be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Crosswind.
Christian Leone. Let's see if he's got the leg for it. And that kick is blocked. Kempner looking to pick it up. They do, and they take it back to the 45-yard line. So it could have been a complete disaster there. End of the day, you lose it. It was going to be tough for Leone to make those kicks. Although Carl, with the way he kicks the kickoffs, he might have enough leg for it. But we will never know, as the kick was blocked. And so Kempner were going to take over 45-yard line. 1:31 left on the clock. They also have a timeout available, it looks like. So
looks like he attempted a 37-yard field goal earlier.
Okay.
But that was a 46-yard.
Yeah.
Against a crosswind.
And so plenty of time on the clock for Grayson Green and this Kempner offense. See if they can put some more points on the board for Kempner, as it will be Pasadena receiving the kickoff. And he's got Maxon deep, and Maxon falls on his back, sliding with the catch. Big play, Green to Maxon. Maxon kind of stumbled there a little bit, Carl. I think he might have had a touchdown if he was able to stay on his feet.
Made a good adjustment.
Mm-hmm. And so Maxon and Green showing their chemistry as well.
31-yard pickup.
They have a few 30-yard plus pass plays in this game, as this one's to James, who makes the catch and is dragged down by a host of Pasadena defenders.
Going to be out of bounds 18, 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4.
The clock keeps going, but the Kempner Cougars are in striking distance. It's Green quick, and that is to Afalabi. Taken down right in front of the first down marker, so we'll make it 3rd and short.
Picks up 3.
Clock's still going. We're at under 40 seconds now. Still plenty of time. They do have the timeout. Green sets his running back in motion. Green steps back, looking in the middle of the field. He's got Maxon, makes the catch. That's the first down. And so the clock will stop while the chains are adjusted. 21 seconds on the clock. And that's where Kempner is going to use its timeout. So 21 seconds left to go in this first half. Kempner up 28-7, looking to extend that lead. We'll see. Hopefully we can just stay here, Carl. Tricky situation here if you're a Kempner defender. Could maybe have one play where a player gets tackled in bounds, but yeah. I wouldn't even risk it with the time on the clock.
I think they still have one timeout left.
Okay, so the graphic might not be 100% correct there. So we'll see.
Yeah, it says on the board they're out of timeouts,
yep.
But I think they got one left. I think it was an injury timeout.
Okay. So we'll keep.
Took 2 timeouts, but it may have been their last, and if it's their last, they're going to be hard pressed to get more than 2 plays
yep.
in that 21 seconds, unless they go in the end zone both times.
And so we'll see what happens here.
1st and goal from the 9, 6-yard pickup for Maxon.
4 wide receivers out wide. We'll keep the timeout situation in mind as well. Green takes the snap. Looking to his right, scrambling, almost gets sacked, throws it, almost intercepted. It was Adam Sanchez who had a chance at it. Incomplete. 5 seconds go off the clock.
Yeah, second goal. They're at the 9-yard line.
Almost a disaster there, Carl. It looked like Green panicked a little bit.
They can't get a first down. So if it's tackled, doesn't get a touchdown, I think it's going to run out because they're not going to be able to get up to spike it.
So have to get in the end zone if you're the Kempner Cougars. Green looking for the quick pass, and it's caught.
That's going to run the clock
yeah,
right there.
It's James with the catch. We'll see if Kempner can get it done. 7, 6. They're trying to get the ball back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and they can't do it. I think the clock went out. We'll see what the referees say. And they're saying no time. So, yeah, Carl, you called it, man. You said there weren't going to be enough time on the clock, and you were right. It looked like Green was under center with 3 seconds left. He was
going to spike it.
He was motioning, but then he paused for a little bit and let the extra seconds run off the clock. So, missed opportunity there for the Kempner offense, but that's about as been as the worst thing to happen offensively for Kempner in the first half. They lead 28-7. We'll take a break and then be back with you for the second half here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Co-captains are Shekinah Moranci and Lily Valdez. And your 2024-2025 brigade captain is Rosalind Gomez. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kempner High School Cougar Brigade Dance Team. And now, it's time for the Kempner Marching Band. Drum majors for this year's Marching Cougars are Angelica Lopez, Aaron Liu, and Tomas Torres. Drum captains are Aiden Huynh and Aiden Toya. Brass captain is Robert Hernandez, and woodwind captain is Tarek Zaman. Color guard captain is Angela Wynn and Sagan Johannes. The Kempner Marching Band earned all ones at UIL Region Marching Contest and advanced to area finals, where they advanced for the 5th consecutive time. After a stellar performance in area finals, they advanced to the state marching contest for the first time in school history. They will perform at the Alma Dome on Monday at the UIL 5A State Marching Championships. The Kempner Wind Ensemble was the state finalist for Honor Band in 2023, placing 17th out of the entire state of Texas. The Wind Ensemble was also just announced as a Mark of Excellence commended winner for 2024. Marcher of the Week is Teresa Truong. Freshman Marcher of the Week is Evan Alderete. Guard Member of the Week is Michelle Alcazar. And Section of the Week is the Low Reeds. Tonight, the Kempner Band will be performing the first movement of their 2024 competition show, Arachnid. Soloists are Bella Quinn on mellophone, Allison Pham on clarinet, and Tarek Zaman on saxophone. Take it away, band. gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we proudly give to you the Pasadena High School Eagle Escort Drill Team. Military officers are Sergeant Emery Villarreal, Sergeant Lilibeth Cantu, Captain Alyssa Garcia, Major Isabel Salinas, and the center, the 59th Eagle Escort Colonel Alexa Gonzalez. Social officers are Secretary Brianna Cortez, Secretary Valeria de la Cruz, Secretary Ana Salazar, Vice President Leon Garcia, and the President, Romano. Outstanding council volunteers, Joshua Mendoza, and Spirit Member Now, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy, and let the Eagle Escort entertain you, along with their junior, little, and mini Eagle Escort Kitty Clinic members in a performance all together. Let us prepare to groove to Funky Town. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Pasadena High School Eagle Escort Drill Team and the Eagle Escort Clinic members under the direction of Lauren Jones and Jessica Galvan. We thank you for your kindness and support and hope that you enjoy the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you the pride of Pasadena, the Eagle Alliance Marching Band. Sectional leaders, the Garcia. Band directors are Jason Moore and Mike Allen and Christian Aragin. Color guard direction is by Vicente Rico. The band will be presenting a portion of their marching show, Part 2, Spring by Vivaldi and Ode to Joy by Beethoven. And Part 4, We Go On from Disney's Illuminations by Gavin Greenaway. Drum majors, Andrew Cortez, Alan Andrade, Maricela Sandoval, and Joseph Trevino. Is your band ready? afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have a thrilling and spooky special performance from our band, cheer, and Eagle Escort seniors performing together to Thriller. Seniors, take your moment. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Eagle Alliance Marching Band. We'd like to wish good luck to the Kempner High School Band at State, the PHS Cheerleaders, and the Eagle Escort Drill Team. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance, and go Eagles!
Welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena, Texas. I'm Tucker Reeves with Carl Teese. And the Kempner Cougars are leading the Pasadena Eagles 28-7. And Carl, I believe you have some first half stats for us.
Yeah, I do. 28-7. First two touchdowns, passes to Mario James, gets Kempner ahead 14-0. Pasadena answers back with Jarvis McCarty with a 44-yard run. Green throws two more touchdown passes. Green in the first half throws 18 of 23 passing for 284 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Ooh-wee.
Maxon, his leading receiver, 6 catches, 140, 1 touchdown. Mario James, 6 catches, 99 yards, two touchdowns. For Pasadena, Jarvis McCarty, the leading rusher, 8 carries, 67 yards, and a 44-yard touchdown dash for the Eagles.
Yeah, Pasadena was able to find a little bit of success running the ball with Salas and McCourty. But
Pasadena 119 yards total offense. Kempner Cougars 327, season high 327 yards first half.
And that's just the first half. So Kempner maybe just getting started, and it was the arm of Grayson Green really spreading it around. And the early going, it was him and Mario James, but then he went back to Maxon as the first half continued. As Conscious, the big man, able to get the ball. That was not his best effort today, Carl.
Do you think they were kicking at him?
Oh, 100%. I think definitely.
He's not on the hands team. He's well off the line. He's back on the second or third line. And they're kicking at him.
And before, in the first half, he had been pretty good. I think he was 4 for 4 with his catches. But that one went a little further than he was expecting. Hopefully he does not play the outfield.
Yeah.
And so 28-7. Salas and company will take the fields. They look to fight their way back into this ball game.
If he plays baseball, he's either a first baseman or a DH.
I agree with that. As the handoff going to be up the middle to McCarty. He'll fall forward a gain of about 2 or 3. You know, McCarty in the first half, he had a pretty solid first half, Carl, I would say, all things considered.
67 yards, 8 carries, and that 44-yard touchdown. McCarty picks up 3, second and 7.
So all things considered, if McCarty can keep it going on, he might be able to eclipse triple digits in this ball game.
McCarty came in the game 243 yards rushing through the first 8 games.
So he's almost he would almost what would it be, double his rushing total from just this ball game. As Torres, it takes the ball and it'll be enough for the first down.
Picks up 7. 9th first down for the Eagles. Torres now 33 yards on 7 carries.
Yeah, no hurry here in the early going from Pasadena. Kind of what you expect. They've got their tempo, and that's going to be their tempo. Not a lot of variance in their game as McCarty is taken down in the backfield and not able to get any progress there before he met Kempner Cougar.
It's clearing up.
Yep. Yeah, it looks nice. I bet it feels awful out there. I know driving up here, it did not feel good. The humidity was almost unbearable. I can only imagine how the players are playing on this field. I know with the helmets and the pads.
Well, it's got to be the kids love this 85 degree instead of 95 degree.
That's for sure. Salas, he's looking to throw. Was looking for a screen, now throws it up the middle and kind of threw it to nobody. There was a defender, number 91, Dan Mola. Thought he might have had a chance at an interception there, but just bats the ball down, so it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, what we have 32 days without rain, and now it's rained 2 days in a row.
Yeah, it looks like it's not going to go away for a little while either. And Mother Nature making it up. Salas going to take it himself, tries to get the outside. Unable to. It's only a gain of a few, and so it'll be 4th and 9. I think Pasadena has to punt here. No? Yep. They're going to send the punting crew out. So it'll be just the second punt of the game as Leon gets out there.
Leon back to punt.
Leon, not a bad punter. He's got quite a leg on him. He does all the kicking.
Averages 33.5 yards. His first punt went 39 yards.
There was some issues with the snap. It just didn't get back there with a lot of velocity on the first punt. So we'll see here. Yeah, another high snap, but able to get away. But this is not going to be Leon's best work as it bounces out of bounds around the 46-yard line. And so
16-yard punt out of bounds, no return.
Yeah, so not even kind of half of the average. So not the best kick there from Leon. And now the Kempner offense, Grayson Green out there to start this second half. They lead 28-7. Look to really kind of put the nail in the coffin of this ball game. I see Maxon, James. So starters still out there. Jenkins in the backfield. And it's going to be a pass. They fake it to James. They're going to throw it. That one to Williams. Williams cuts up the field. He breaks a few tackles, and he's going. I think he might have it. One man to beat down to the 5, and he is into the end zone. So
46 yards.
Elvin Williams gets his first touch of the ball game and takes it to the house for the 46-yard touchdown. Just like that, it's 34-7.
His fourth touchdown of the season. Grayson Green's 19th touchdown pass of the season.
And Carl Wright, I think you said he came into the game with 14.
14 through
So quite a stat padding game for Grayson Green as he's throwing it quickly to his wide receivers, and they've been phenomenal in space today. Able to get the job done.
330 yards passing now. 5 touchdown passes for Green. Arzadi in for the extra point kick.
Not the prettiest kick in the world, but it gets over the uprights and is good. So it is 35-7 now. And Carl, I think that'll be a pretty easy drive recap for you.
Yeah, it's let's do 46 yards in one play. Pitch and catch. Elvin Williams dashes his way for his first touchdown, his 5th touchdown of the season. And now Kempner leads 35-7, 9:07 left in the third quarter.
I believe that's the 5th wide receiver who's caught a ball from Green. He's really doing a good job of spreading it around, and I think all of them have, a 20-plus yard play or something along those lines. I mean, they all have explosive plays.
Denman's the only one that doesn't. All 4 of the other ones have more than 30-yard catches. Denman's 1 catch for 14 yards.
Even that, so that's a recipe for success for sure. If you have multiple players, and I mean, what we talked about this not even before the game, Carl, but earlier in the week. There are a lot of talented athletes on this Kempner football team. It's just they have to get everything together. As Conscious once again going back, not his strength. Thought he made the over-the-head basket catch, but it tumbles out of bounds to about the 19-yard line. So this kicking strategy is starting to pay off.
They're targeting that guy.
Yep. And I can't say I blame them, as the offense will take the field for the second time this half, trailing now by 28.
Going to start at the 19-yard line.
Salas hands it off. And making the move is McCarty. He's got some room to run, puts the ball in the outside hand, breaks the tackle going up the sideline past the 50-yard line. Big gain there from McCarty. And that's going to, Carl, I think that'll be close to putting him over 100 yards on the day.
He definitely will be. Going to be out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
And so McCarty having his best game of the season.
Picks up 34 yards, 10th first down for the Eagles.
Has increased his rushing totals by over 50% just in this one ball game as Torres immediately bottled up and taken down. That's number 44, Abel Gonzalez, making the tackle for Kempner.
McCarty with that 34-yard run now, 11 carries, 103, season high. Come into the game, 243 yards rushing. Loses 5 yards. Second 15.
I think it'll be a free play here. Salas just going to chunk the ball up. Solis down the field, and they're not even. They're saying they blew it dead. And so, Carl, I think that's offsides number 4. I want to say
it's 5.
5. I undersold it. So that's just been a issue for Kempner all game, and some on some big 4th and shorts. The defensive line has not been disciplined.
Overall, 7th penalty for 45 yards.
Yeah, not what you want if you're the Kempner defense. I think the offense has been phenomenal, especially limiting the penalties. But defensively, they're making mistakes that maybe against a different team would definitely be coming back to bite them.
After the offside penalty, 2nd and 10, they're back at the 47-yard line now.
Defense still in a favorable spot after the big first down play. It's going to be the handoff to Torres. Torres cuts back up the middle of the field, gets wrangled down to about the 40-yard line, so it'll make it 3rd and manageable. And as we know with Pasadena as well, Carl, this is 4-down territory.
Picks up 7, 3rd and 3.
Snap to Saw. It's going to be McCarty. McCarty has some room up the middle, and he just runs over the defender and gets the first down.
I think you heard us talking about 100 yards.
Yeah, 100%.
He didn't think he had 100. Yeah, he has it in a big way.
That's big-time stuff there from McCarty, and he gets it in a physical way. Big way, as you said, Carl. Makes it 1st down.
108 rushing on 12.
Man, and there's still a lot of game left in this one, so excited to see what McCarty can do. Now he's going to go -1 there. So hopefully he doesn't continue to go backwards and can continue the forward progress. But so far been a great game for number 6 for Pasadena. Clock continues to tick, though. As we said, Pasadena has 1 speed, and they're going to get. They are definitely the tortoise. That's for sure. Slow and steady. As Salas fakes the give to Torres, and he's wrangled in the backfield.
Cougars gang tackling.
Yep, it was 99 Deontay Williams who got on him initially and allowed a host of Cougar defenders to corral Salas in the backfield.
Loses 3 yards, 3rd and 14.
Third down, 14. See if Salas gets anything done with the arm here. I don't see Solis on the field. He's been kind of the favored target in the air. Salas is looking, and he throws it kind of in between Carl, two wide receivers there. Kind of got split in the middle.
Tight window there.
And actually, Solis was in the game, and so that's missed. And you know what? They're going to bring the punting unit out, 4th and 14, see if they can pin Kempner back close to their own end zone.
Christian Leal back into punt, his 3rd punt of the contest.
So he's had 1 good punt, 1 bad punt. The snaps haven't been the best in the world, but they've ended up getting to him, and he's been able to get the kicks off. Snap floats in the air. Punt is caught, and this is going to be a pretty good one. It takes a favorable Pasadena bounce, and not totally optimized by Sanchez, who stops the ball. But I think if he wasn't there, that was going into the end zone, so it works out.
29-yard punt down to the 10. Cougars will take over. 5:33 left in the 3rd quarter.
This will be their worst field position of the game, so a chance for Green and company to get down the field. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit more of Jenkins on this drive with the 35-7 lead. But who knows? Maybe Coach Smith wants some more practice with the short passing game that's been working so well today, and he'll keep that foot on the gas. So it's Jenkins in the backfield, and he will take the handoff. He's able to kind of sneak forward in a mess of defenders and offensive linemen for about a gain of 2. It hasn't been the best game so far for Jenkins, Carl, although he did start to come on a little bit at the end of the first half.
Green missed a couple of the ball games, complete ball games, and Luke Maxon stepped in at quarterback when he went out.
And I said it's been a slow game for Jenkins, and I think he heard me, Carl, as he is absolutely gone down to the 10 and into the end zone.
88-yard.
Big time play there from the running back Mekhi Jenkins. As Carl said, 88-yard touchdowns. He almost gets 100 yards just off the one run, and it is 41-7. Kempner in firm control of the ball game.
116 carries. 116 yards on 6 carries. That'll jumpstart your average.
That definitely will. So 4:56 left to go in the ball game. Kicker back out is
that's Jenkins'
Varsity.
third touchdown of the year. His previous long was 40-yard run. That picked up 88 yards on that touchdown.
So he more than doubles it on that play. Snap, the kick is up, and it is good. So 42-7. Now the ball game. Kempner on top of Pasadena, firmly in control of this one.
90-yard, 2 plays. Jenkins, 88-yard dash. 4:56 left in the third quarter.
So it's been just 2 huge plays for the Kempner offense. They have found the explosives here in this second half. The offense doesn't want to be on the field for very long, apparently. They've kind of got the opposite ethos of the Pasadena offense. Pasadena wants to run the clock down, be on the field for as long as possible. Kempner's more fond of the 13-second drives.
Or less.
As the ball's going to be kicked, and Pasadena makes the adjustment. This ball's caught, and with a nice return, it's number 25, Aiden Palacios. And so good adjustment from the special teams of Pasadena. I'm sad to see the big man Antonio Conchas not out there, but I think it's probably for the better for Pasadena.
Pasadena will start at their own 45-yard line.
And so McCarty, Salas, Torres make their way onto the field. Salas takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. A little dump off, was looking for McCarty there, but was well defended by Kempner. Shamar Smith had that sniffed out from the get-go. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 42-7 lead for Kempner. They're going to give to McCarty. McCarty showing some patience, letting the blocks develop. Pushes forward and is going to gain about 3 or 4 on the play.
McCarty now up to 111 yards. Got an injured player.
And so we do have, unfortunately, an injured player in the field. We'll take a break in the booth. Be right back after this.
Let's hear it from Mr. McCarty. We hope he's okay.
Good to see McCarty walk off the field. Jarvis McCarty able to walk off the field under his own power. So hopefully we'll see him back in the game in a little bit. In the meantime, Torres going to try and pick up the slack. Gets past the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be 4th and 5.
Going to pick up 1.
Man, 4th and 5, honestly, Carl, I wouldn't punt. This is perfect draw him off sides territory, but it looks like we've got another player injured. Oh, no, and that is not what you want to see. That's Trayshawn Wiley. Now, luckily, he's able to get up and get off on his own. But he was on the ground calling for the Traders. And they took a little while, and so he just popped up and was able to limp over. But Wiley, I think definitely, Carl, the best defender for Kempner. So hopefully he's okay.
Eagles face 4th and 5 from midfield.
Hand off to Torres. Torres, the little man, able to slip through the hole. I don't think he was able to get the first down, Carl. I think he's going to be.
He's got the first down.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. Oh, what a run there. Great run there.
Great run and got a great spot. Picks up 6.
You know, that was the one where Torres, kind of his size benefited him there, where it wasn't the biggest hole, but because of his size, he's able to squeeze through it. As this handoff is to number 39, Pavel Mendoza, goes up the middle. And so, Carl, as you know, I went George Ranch High School, but before George Ranch was created, I was going to go to Lamar Consolidated. And we had, I'm sure you know, one of the greatest small running backs of all time in Jaquiz Rogers.
How did I know you were going to say that? I watched Jaquiz in the state playoffs at Star Wars Stadium, and he was lighting Port Neches Groves up that night.
He was a one-man team, dragged the team pretty much kicking and screaming to the state championship. Was absolutely phenomenal. No taller than 5'6", 5'7". But
Coach Wilson did a great job with that team.
Built like an absolute fire hydrant, and then went on to have a good career at Oregon State and in the NFL. There's the handoff. That's to Mendoza again, and he'll have a solid gain. And so, Carl, looks like McCarty's coming back into the game. How many plays was that?
That was 4.
All right, so the over hit. As unfortunately, it looks like now Mendoza is down. And so we'll have another injury timeout, and we'll be back right after this.
Let's hear it from Mr. Mendoza.
All right, 4th and 1. McCarty back in the game. And Carl, we were talking during the break. This is perfect time for a hard count, try and draw off sides. They aren't able to do it. And the handoff to McCarty, and he is stuffed in the backfield. So big stop. It's 54. Jaden Wong who makes the stop for Kempner, and it'll be a turnover on downs for Pasadena.
This is 2 yards.
And, yeah, Carl, it didn't really even look like they tried the hard count there. They just played the play straight up. I think that might have been a little bit of a mistake on a Pasadena's end. And so Kempner offense will take back over. Let's see if the starters are still in the game. I don't believe I see number 4 out there. And so, yes, it will be the backup quarterback, as you mentioned. So I see it looks like I see Troy DeGard the second into the ball game, and Derek Smith at running back.
Coach's son.
So Troy, he throws the screen over. That ball caught by 82. Jake Knobler, wide receiver. And so Troy, just a sophomore.
You said 82?
Yes, sir.
Going to lose 2.
42-7 lead, 1:30 left in the third quarter. As they're going to hand the ball off, and it's a really good run from Smith, but I think this one's coming back. Yep, going to be holding on the offensive line, so Kempner moving in the wrong direction. The center does not know. Now he finds out.
He's wanting to snap it. Hopes it goes away.
Yeah, get the play off and, pray.
After the hold, it's going to be second down and 22. Going to mark the ball back to the 25-yard line.
Not ideal. Now, I do see Elvin Williams in the game. Now, I don't believe Williams was a starter, but he came in. He's
played both ways.
Okay. So we'll see Williams, and then I do also see Mario James in the game. So the two of them. Oh, and we also have Afalabi. So still three of the main targets for Kempner in the ball game at wide receiver. So options for Degar as he can take the snap, and now it's going to go to Smith. Smith catches the ball, tries to cut up the field, and is tackled around the 26-27-yard line. So a couple of passes here for Degar, but just quick screens. Not much going on them, and it's 3rd and a mile.
Picks up for a 3rd and 18.
Degar fakes one way, goes the other way to Williams. Williams looking to make something happen, sheds a tackle and makes it down to the 45, breaks another tackle. Now he's past the 50. Williams continues to go to the 30, the 20, the 10, and he will get into the end zone. Another big play.
71 yards.
71 yards for Alvin Williams. So Williams takes the screen pass.
71 yards.
All the way up and he probably ended up running, Carl, I'd say at least 90, 95. When all was said and done, the amount of distance he had to carry with that one. Great play there from Williams, and he's had two big touchdown plays in this second half.
First 46-yard pass, and that one covers 71 yards from Degar. Arzadi in for the extra point kick.
Arzadi missed the first one, but he's been money since. Another bad snap, and that ball gets kicked up, and it got so far that the Pasadena defensive lineman could catch it. So
they were ducking.
That'll be no good. So 48-7, 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And so the backups come in for Kempner on that offensive drive, but Carl, the result stayed pretty much exactly the same.
Yep, Degar comes in, the coach's son, sophomore quarterback, 3 of 3 passing, 73 yards on that drive. Williams now 2 catches, 117, both touchdowns.
Yeah, Williams has been phenomenal, showing his catch and run ability, and that's been the name of the game for Kempner. They just have better athletes on the outside, and so Coach Smith isn't messing around. He gives them the ball in space and lets them break tackles and get into the end zone.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Ain't that the truth? So Agiotti gonna, I think, kick the ball. I heard a whistle, and I don't know who blew it. I don't think the referees know who blew it.
Still got a holder. Must be still. Wind must be.
Yeah, still down there. So it's going to be the same kick. It's Palacios with another opportunity. Palacios running, trying to get to the outside. He will, but he's met by a host of Kempner defenders, taken down by number 25, Malachi Merced. Not a bad return there from Palacios. Able to get all the way down to the 40, so it'll be good starting field position for the Pasadena offense.
21 seconds left in the third quarter.
Probably one play for Pasadena, just, with the way they move the football. And then that'll bring us to the final quarter of the ball game. Salas with Torres and McCarty. And Salas going to throw the ball. He had Solis open, but just let him a little too much, so it falls incomplete. So that'll stop the clock. 18 seconds left. Salas takes the snap. This time he'll just hand it off to McCarty. McCarty bumbles forward. Takes a few defenders with him for about a gain of 5. Take it all the way to the 46-yard line. And then that will be that for the third quarter. So head to the fourth quarter. Kempner leads 48-7. We'll take a quick break and then have the final quarter of this game on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Houston Methodist, everyday care works around your busy life. You can text to reschedule, get urgent care by video 24/7, and visit us at locations across the city.
Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Steele, General Manager of the Chevron Pasadena Refinery. At Chevron, we believe in the power of human energy and know the future starts in our Pasadena ISD classrooms, because progress everywhere starts right here.
Looking for a career as bold as you? Join our team at US Law Shield, where we protect what matters most. Your future starts here. Visit our career page for more info.
"12 minutes left to go in this ball game. Tucker Reeves and Carl Thies.
Pasadena 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line.
They take over. It's going to be McCarty. McCarty up the middle. Going to be enough for the first down, and he gets into Kempner territory. Down to the 44-yard line.
Picks up 6.
And McCarty's wonderful day continues. Happy to see him back out there. We got a little hobbled up kind of halfway through the third quarter. We're a little worried about him, but he's back. Not a great snap. Torres takes the ball, runs behind his defenders. And the chains weren't even totally ready. But he gets dragged down for a solid gain. And I do believe, Carl, it looks like the backups are in as well for the Kempner defense. Not quite as much size out there as there was to start the game.
2nd and 5.
So looking ahead for both teams, Pasadena ends the season with district champion LaPorte. That should be a tough one for the Eagles, as Torres races up the field, gets the first down, makes a couple defenders miss, gets tackled at the 30. And then Kempner, they'll move to 4-5 overall, and they will end the season next week against Friendswood.
Going to pick up 9 to the 30-yard line, 14th first down for the Eagles.
And as you said, Carl, it was a big upset last night. LaPorte taking down Angleton 35-28 to effectively, in what is effectively a district championship game. And it's another solid run there for McCarty, picking up 8 on the play. And the Pasadena offense continues to roll here. Start this fourth quarter. Going to be a free play. They got the offsides. Solis, 3 men covered, and it's going to be an interception. And it's going to be taken back. That's number 25, Malachi Merced.
Going to come back.
He's tackled out of bounds, so poor Malachi is going to have an interception taken off, but I think he kind of knows it. Yeah, there's the offside, and so it'll be a first down for Pasadena.
15th first down. Moves the ball down to the 18-yard line.
And, Carl, it's quite the story. I'm looking at LaPorte. They started the season off, Carl, 0-3. And then they got into district play, and they have not lost since. So a team that's building momentum heading into the playoffs is McCarty showing patience, just running behind his blockers. Gain about a couple yards there on the play.
picks up 2.
And a player is down on the field for Pasadena. So we'll take an injury timeout real quick and be right back after this. '72, Cesar Reyes able to walk over the field under his own power. Looks like he'll hopefully be okay. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 for Pasadena. Hand off to McCarty. Oh my gosh, and he gets absolutely drilled. Number 37, Cody Akpara, sophomore linebacker.
At the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Great tackle there by the Kempner Cougar. So that makes it 3rd and long as the clock continues to tick here in this 4th quarter. 48-7 lead for Kempner. Torres gets the ball, finds a hole, sheds one defender, but the others take him down, and so it'll be 4th down and manageable here.
4th and 4.
And it looks like McCarty's tapping out on this 4th down play.
McCarty now 137 yards on 21 carries, and their only score.
And I see number 23, Alan Garcia, coming into the ball game. I'm thinking Salas is going to call his own number here, Carl. I would not be shocked to see that.
Yeah, I can look. I can see him faking the Torres and
yep,
4 or 5 tackling Torres at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Him keeping it on his hip and Salas running for a 1st down.
So Torres the lone back. And another offsides. And the throw is into the end zone, and it's caught. Solis. 19, Solis with the passing touchdown.
12-yard pitch and catch.
And the offsides continue to bite Kempner. You know, sometimes with false starts, I could kind of understand it, Carl. You get a little antsy out there. But for offsides, you just watch the ball. And you just wait for the ball to get snapped, and then you go.
You just said it. They got to watch the ball. They're not watching the ball.
Not at all.
They're listening. They're listening to that bark. They're listening to the hard count.
Leone in for the extra point. That's up and good. And so, very good drive there for the Pasadena Eagles. They get all the way down the field, and it's Salas to Solis for the touchdown. It is 48-14 now. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left to go on the clock.
Eagles go 60 yards in 9 plays. And Solis 12-yard pass from Salas.
So they finally make the free play work.
Yeah, finally make the free play work. Kempner now leads 48-14 over the Eagles.
So not going to change much kind of in terms of the outcome of this game, but it has to feel good for Solis and Salas to get the pass completed. Something good to look on the resume, put on your stat sheet. It's going to be Leone to kick off. Now, they had a pretty long meeting before the kickoff. No, he's just been kicking it into the end zone. I wonder if they're going to try something different here.
It's fallen off the tee twice now.
Yeah, they're going to have someone out there to hold it.
if they don't put a holder up, I think the ball straight up. I don't think he's going to kick deep.
And goes forward. And, yep, good call there, Carl. He kind of finds the dead pocket of the return formation.
Right.
And it's caught by Afalabi, who steps out of bounds. So Kempner offense will take back over. 8:18 left to go in the ball game.
Going to start at their own 23-yard line.
And so the backups, it's Degar back out there. And they were struggling early in the drive, Carl, before the huge play. I mean, the big touchdown from Williams came on, 3rd and 20?
Yes. Yep.
So offense going to look for a little more forward momentum to start things off on this drive as Degar takes the snap. Going to hand off the ball to the running back, who's tackled at the line of scrimmage, I believe. I see 36, 39.
36.
Jordan Petrie.
His first carry of the contest.
Junior running back. Able to make a couple of defenders in the backfield miss, but Eagles defense was swarming. And so it's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Degar going to hand it to Petrie again, and he's immediately met at the line of scrimmage and smashed down. So it'll be 3rd and long, and honestly, I'm looking for another screen here, Carl, to Elvin Williams.
Elvin Williams would love that call. It's had 2 catches for 2 touchdowns.
And they're looking to throw the ball. They was looking for 82, Jake Knobler, but the pass is incomplete. And so 4th down, the punt unit. And Carl, first punt of the game for Kempner, correct?
Yes. Knobler and Williams do their punting.
And it looks like it's going to be Williams on this punt. And back to return is Dante Miller for Pasadena. Kempner slow to get things set up. But plenty of time on the play clock. Snap goes back. Williams has to move back a little bit. Fields it, kicks a line drive punt. Going to be no chance for a return, and it'll roll down just about the 40. I like the attempt from Reginald Jackson there to try and
37, trying to push it on.
Yeah, gets the wind to get those extra yards.
You got to get down on his knees and blow it.
Yeah. Like you see sometimes when you see a bunt down the third base line in baseball.
Right. The third baseman have a way of bending down and blowing that thing past the foul line.
Whatever it takes at the end of the day. And so Salas, and it's just Torres. I'm looking on the sidelines for number 6. You do not see McCarty out there. His day might just be done. As Torres going to cut to the outside, but he's corralled by a host of Kempner defenders.
Lose 1.
And so, it's going to be Torres. And so Torres not quite as effective as McCarty so far today. She looks like he might be cramping up. He went down to the ground. I think it was a nasty cramp or something. But they're going to make him sit out for a play here.
Did McCarty come back?
I have not seen him. I don't see him on the sideline either. So
Pasadena's going to take a timeout.
Pasadena takes timeout. Take a timeout on the field. Take a timeout on the booth. 6:26 left to go in this one. Kempner leads 48-14 on the Legacy Sports Network.
Teaching is hard enough. Banking should be easy. Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union exclusively serves Texas educators and their families in the classroom, the cafeteria, or on the bus. Gulf Coast Educators is here for you. We make banking easy because teaching is hard enough. Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union. Become a member today. You deserve some extra credit. Apply for a Texas Educators Rewards credit card and pay no interest for 6 months and as low as 6.99% after that.
Welcome back to the ball game. 48-14 lead for Kempner. 6:26 left to go in this one. Tucker Reeves, Carl Thies on the call. And because of the timeout called by the Pasadena coaching staff, Torres should be able to go back into the ball game. Also saw McCarty walking back. He's at least on the sidelines now, but still his day might be done. And it's going to be an empty backfield look.
2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11, so something a little different here for Pasadena. Salas takes the pass. He's looking for Solis. Solis jumps at the ball. It goes up in the air and incomplete. And, Carl, I think Solis' mistake there on that play was jumping towards the ball. He should have just let the ball come to him.
Exactly.
And he makes the catch there, but falls incomplete, so it'll be 3rd and 11. And it's a little bit of a nasty snap. I think Salas was supposed to hand it off, but he's instead going to take it himself, and he'll plunge forward. So he makes the most out of a bad situation, gains about 8 or 9 on the play.
Picks up 7 yards.
Yeah, wasn't the best snap, and so he was a little late. I think he was supposed to hand it off to Torres.
4th and 4.
4th and 4, Pasadena. No surprise here, going to go for it. The snap to Torres, trying to keep pushing forward, but he's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be another turnover on downs for Pasadena, and the Kempner offense will take back over. Torres this game, Carl's not been quite as effective as McCarty was on the ground.
Torres now 56 yards on 12 carries. McCarty 137 on 21 carries.
Wow.
5:30 left in our contest. Kempner 48, Pasadena High 14.
Yeah, but as I said, Kempner well in control of this one. Going to win this. Will be their 4th win of the season, but just their 1st in district. So they won't be falling to last place in district. As running back falls forward, that is Petrie again. And he's going to switch out with Derek Smith.
Picks up 1, 2nd and 9.
So Smith to the right side of Degar. Degar with the snap. Goes to Smith. Smith trying to get to the outside. Turns it upfield. Gets past a couple of defenders, but steps out of bounds. Call it the 41-yard line.
Picks up 6, 3rd and 3.
Kempner content to take their time here as the clock slowly starts to tick down here. Just under 4.5 minutes left to go in this one. As Smith bounces outside again, but he's met by a host of Pasadena defenders to take him down at the line of scrimmage. Good penetration there from the Pasadena defensive line. And on 4th and 3, Kempner's going to go for it here. The Pasadena offense looks to get back out on the field. guard with the snap. He's going to hand the ball off, and running back going to get nowhere, as that was Petrie that time. Absolutely stopped Adam Sanchez there on the tackle. And so back-to-back turnover on downs, or the teams trade turnover on downs, so the Pasadena offense will get back out there. Salas and Torres. Torres going to take the snap, trying to get to the outside. He's met by a host of Cougar defenders after just getting past the line of scrimmage.
Pick up 1, 2nd and 9.
Salas with the snap to Torres. Torres shows patience, gets behind his blockers. A gain of about 3 to the 45-yard line.
3rd and 6.
Salas looking back. See what the call is. Now under 2 minutes 40 seconds left to go in this ball game.
10 on the play clock.
And they think they got him offsides. Yep, there's the flag. And the throw is to Solis. Solis makes the catch. We'll lunge forward, but what are we at now, Carl? Do you know?
That's the sixth.
I think that's the 6th, yeah.
10th overall penalty.
And the majority for Kempner have been on the defense. I think they had 1 offensive penalty in the first quarter, but then other than that,
they're going to take the offsides 3rd and
100%.
It's going to move the ball to midfield. Kempner now 10 total penalties for 65. And their 6th offside.
And Salas fakes the give, will take himself up the middle, enough for the first down. Breaks a couple tackles, spins forward. Now continues to try and move those feet. Love that hustle there from the Pasadena quarterback, refusing to go down. Showing great heart late into this ball game.
Junior quarterback Matthew Salas picks up 9. Salas now 51 yards on 13 carries.
48-14, 1 minute 45 seconds left to go in this one. Still a long way for Pasadena to go if they want another score. As look at Torres just ducking and diving under defenders. And when he gets into those little spaces, it is fun to watch him work.
He keeps disappearing.
Yep. Hard to find him. You tackle him, he just ducks under you.
Picks up 7, 2nd and 3.
Takes the snap. Salas looking to throw, makes a defender miss in the backfield, flips it forward, and it's caught. I believe that's number 18, Hayden Sally.
88.
Oh, thank you, Carl. 88, Ivan Galvan with the catch. So the first person other than Solis to catch a ball for Pasadena today.
Going to pick up 8 yards, another first down.
Great movement in the backfield to avoid the sack from Salas. Sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Going to take it himself. I think there was something looked a little funky there with the motion there, Carl.
There's 2 people in motion. That's
yep.
Illegal shift.
Yep. Yeah, Torres switched sides when the wide receiver was coming in motion.
That works in the Canadian League, but it doesn't work here. Doesn't work south of the border.
We could not be further away from Canada. Here at South Houston.
5-yard mark off.
And the clock's still running, Carl. So 30 seconds left. We might have the final play of the ball game here. Salas looking to throw. He's looking for Solis. Throws the ball over his head. Incomplete. So that'll at least stop the clock. 21 seconds left to go in this ball game.
2nd and 15. If they run the ball, that'll be the last play.
Yep.
If they pass it,
we'll see.
You could have one more play.
We'll see what this coaching staff and Salas wants to do. He takes the snap. He's looking to pass. So we'll see what happens here. Looking downfield, looking for Solis. Oh, and he had it perfectly. It was a great throw from Salas, Carl. Just in between the hands of Solis.
Great touch. Great touch. 3rd and 15.
I think even the Kempner defenders didn't think the ball was going to keep carrying, and it just kept going. A missed opportunity there. Would have been the 2nd touchdown of the day from Salas to Solis.
Solis ran by double coverage.
Yep. 3rd down and 15.
With 15 seconds to go.
Salas takes the snap, rolls out to the right side. Pump fakes. He's going to take it up the middle and makes a few defenders miss to the 20. Gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. 5 seconds left on the clock. Is it enough for the first down to stop the clock? It is. And Pasadena's going to call a timeout here.
Try and score.
So you know what, Carl? Let's do this. While we have the timeout for this last play, we can kind of maybe go over some stats for the game, unless I'm putting you on the spot there.
No, I'm good with it. Grayson Green, Kempner quarterback, starting quarterback, is 19 of 24, 330 yards, 5 touchdowns. And Luke Maxon, his favorite receiver, 6 catches, 140 yards, 1 touchdown. For the Eagles, Jarvis McCarty, his best game of his career. 21 carries, 137. And Torres has his best game, 15 carries for 67 yards. Our stat leaders for the game.
And so, Carl, would you say if we're going player of the game, are you thinking Green?
Anybody that throws for 330 and 5 touchdowns, 19 of 24 passing, no question, he's our player of the game.
Incredible efficiency there from Grayson Green, leading that Kempner offense. They never punted when he was taking snaps.
Punted once later in the game after he left.
So great showing here from the Kempner offense, and the defense trying to keep Pasadena off the scoreboard one last time. As Salas takes the snap, he's looking to throw, chunks it into the end zone. Solis is there, and he'll make the catch. And so it won't change anything for the outcome, but
11-yard pitch and catch.
Feels very good for Salas to Solis. As Carl said, the 11-yard touchdown catch makes it 48-20. And so kind of one final victory for this ball game ends. They can also kick the extra point as well, Leon. So we'll see what the final score will be. Got to get all the offensive linemen out there. It was a great pitch and catch there. Salas to Solis. Snap. Kick is up, and it is good. And so that will be your ball game. Final score 48 for Kempner, 21 for Pasadena. Kempner moves over to 4-5 overall, 1-5 in district. Pasadena falls to 1-8 overall, 0-6 in district. Both teams will finish out the
2024 season next week.
Yep. Pasadena plays LaPorte, and it's Friendswood for Kempner. And so, Carl, as everyone's shaking hands, any final thoughts before we sign off here?
Well, I just enjoyed the game. These two teams have had a long season. Both these two teams played hard football this afternoon, and it was great football. And Kempner came out on top.
Yeah, very enjoyable game. Both teams came out there, played their hearts out, played well, but it is Kempner that comes out on top. So one final time, I'm Tucker Reeves for Carl Thies for the broadcast crew. Kempner 48, Pasadena 21. Thank you all for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend.